Hello again and welcome to Jagan Armory. Today we're going to take a look at doing a basic disassembly or field strip of the Ruger P94. Most of the P94s are going to disassemble in a similar manner. This particular model is in 40 S&W. They also offer the P94 in 9mm. There's the P91 in 40 S&W and the P90 in 45 ACP, etc., etc., etc. Many other offshoots of that as well. So before we get started, as we do every time we handle a firearm, we want to make sure that we are considered clear and safe. So let's go ahead and do that now. We're going to go ahead and drop the magazine, rack the slide, do a visual inspection, and the physical. We're good to go. Okay, first things first. You might notice here on the slide and the frame, these two takedown indicators, that's what I call them. You're going to want those two to line up in order for us to disassemble the firearm. So first things first that we're going to do. One, let's rack the slide open. Inside, see if you get a view of this. See that little tab? That's part of the ejector. You're going to want to fold that down. Stick your finger in and just fold the entire ejector down until it fits in place. That needs to be down in order for us to remove the slide and to replace it when we're finished. Now that we've done that, we'll go ahead and bring the slide forward. Then we're going to go ahead and grab it with our shooting hand, in this case my right hand, much like you do with a Glock. You can just pull the slide backward just a little bit till those two lines line up. On the opposite side, you can see that's the pin from the slide catch. I'm going to go ahead and give that a push. And as you pull the slide catch out, it will not completely remove itself from the frame. It's built in such a way that it will stay inside the frame, which in many ways is pretty convenient because you'll never lose it and have any springs go flying out on you. So just go give it a pull. There you go. It'll stop. And now the entire slide will come off of the frame, so you've got the frame will keep separately. We'll go ahead and take off, in this particular case, the captive recoil spring and guide rod assembly, and it is a dual spring assembly, as you may notice. Go ahead and take the barrel out. Again, a floating lug, much like a 1911, if you will. And then, of course, the slide assembly, or the slide itself. Pretty easy, actually. And in order to put it back together, we're going to do exactly what we did to take it apart, but in reverse. So first, we're going to go ahead and insert the slide, insert the barrel, move it forward, and I like to pull it back until it clicks in the spot like you see me do in a few other videos. And there we are. I like to keep the barrel lug in the up position. Go ahead and take our recoil spring and guide rod assembly. Flat side goes to the back. Insert that here. Press forward. There we go. It's in position. Now we're going to go ahead and put the slide on top of the frame. Go ahead and slide it back. And we're going to go ahead and do exactly what we did when we took it down. We're going to align those two notches. We're going to then push the slide catch all the way through until it clicks. And then rack the slide to the back. Now you might recall, there was that one other step, the ejector. You can either reach in there with your pinky and fold it open, or grab a small screwdriver and go in through the grip, and you can just give it a small push and it'll snap into position. There you are. Drop the slide, pull the trigger, drop the hammer. Go ahead and rack it open one more time for good measure. Close it. It is now fully functioning. That, friends, is how you do a field strip or basic disassembly of the Ruger P94. Again, this method of disassembly will hold true for all of the P-Series Rugers. They're a lot of fun to shoot. If you haven't, I suggest getting a hold of one. Yep, they're a bit big and bulky. And again, these are not in production any longer. They've been surpassed and replaced by the SR series, for example, etc., etc., not to mention the new Ruger American, which is a lot of fun. But speaking of this, a lot of fun. I have this model in a few different calibers, fun to shoot. I could go on for hours, and I'll stop that. There'll be plenty more of that for some reviews that we have at another time. Once again, always appreciate you tuning in, and indeed, be well and good shooting.